So as a lot of you know, my last car was a TTRS. I'll put a photo up on the screen. Now, something that someone asked me to do when I got this Fiesta ST was a comparison of the two cars. So obviously these cars are in slightly different price ranges. My TTRS I got for 12.5 grand. This I got newer, less miles for under 10. So they're slightly different, but I'm going to ignore that and I'm going to compare them side by side anyway. Okay, so let's start with the looks. Now, I'll put the TTRS up here. TTRS wins any day of the week. I'm sorry, but that is one of the most beautiful cars on the road, in my opinion. It was on spacers. It was a lovely colour. It was very well maintained. It was on coilovers, and it was just such a beautiful car. These cars, they look nice. I mean, I'm very happy with how mine looks. I think the stance and the lowering, it looks beautiful. But it's nothing compared to the TTRS. So what about the interior? Now, I've said before, I'm not a massive fan of this interior, especially the centre console. The seats are very nice, the steering wheel's nice, but the Audi blows it out the water. Obviously, they have the flat bottom steering wheel, and inside it just looks a lot more premium. And it is an Audi after all, so it's not exactly surprising. So what about features? Now, this is quite a newer car, and it's the ST3, so I've got quite a lot of features: cruise control, keyless entry, keyless start, etc. It has way more than the TTRS, so it blows the TTRS out of the water in terms of the features you get, but this is the highest spec, and the TTRS is a lot older. So what you really want to know is how these cars drive, and I think that's where it's quite a lot closer than you would expect. So I just want to note quickly that the build quality of these TTRS was a lot more sturdy, and so you didn't get as many like rattles and noises as you were driving along, which kind of contributes to the driving feel, I feel like. But let's focus on the handling first. Now, the handling on the TTRS wasn't bad. I know Audis get a lot of stick for the handling, especially older Audis, but it was good handling. It was on coilovers. It was pretty direct, and with the Quattro four-wheel drive, it gripped perfectly. The way it delivered power was brilliant with the 2.5 litre engine. It didn't lose any traction, and you just kind of got catapulted. So surely the Fiesta ST can't compare. Well, the handling on this car is brilliant. It's super direct, and for being front-wheel drive, it seems to grip really, really well, especially around corners. You can chuck it at corners, and I would say it handles better than the TTRS, honestly, which is kind of mad when you look at the sort of price difference and the brand difference. But what about the power? So my TTRS was stock. This is stage 1, and again, I came from the Land Rover, so it's kind of a bit hard to compare, but this feels surprisingly quick. I've said it before. It's probably only, 210, 220 horsepower, and it really is pretty rapid, especially at the top end for such a small engine. And lastly, the sound. This is a cold start, that's why it's so loud. Now, I don't think this car sounds bad, to be honest. It can be quite drony, but honestly, on this Miltech exhaust, it's not bad at all. But the TTRS, it's the 2.5, 5-cylinder, legendary engine. You can't compare. In my opinion, was the TTRS worth the extra cost? Now, obviously, I'm inclined to say no. I was in a position where it was a bit of a headache. There was lots of repairs needed doing, and I realised that actually it probably wasn't sensible to have most of my money go into repairs. So I decided I want something a bit cheaper, something I can modify pretty easily and still have money in the bank. So for me, the TTRS was not worth the extra money. And actually, I don't miss it one bit. I have equal amounts, or if not more, fun in this car. It's a little bit more rowdy. I can four-wheel slide this car. So no, I don't miss the TTRS at all. And honestly, when you look at how much less it costs for a lower mileage, newer car, and how cheaply you can modify them, yeah, I think the ST takes it when you consider that.